Alright, it is time for a quick vlog. It is November 14th, 2025. I am out of the desert of New Mexico, back in Japan for a month. What am I doing? Renting out my property. I bought a property here in Yoshino-cho a year and a half ago or so, and actually almost 2 years ago, and I never got to rent it. It's kind of a strange experience, but you kind of go from one culture, New Mexico, all the way out to here to Japan, and now you're speaking with a new group of people, property management, and a contractor to fix up the place, just in different languages. Boy, I gotta tell you, life is quite an experience. It's like, this is my life after running, after a lot of things. But I'm bored, so I have to keep doing something. So I decided to do this. I don't know. In the middle of currently building my house out of adobe in New Mexico, hand by hand. I got that video coming out pretty soon. But ever since 2020, like, life just flipped over, just a new life. It's like from 2010 to 2020 was like, all right, this is, I'm going to go try out for the Olympics, and well, that didn't happen. I was going to try to run a sub 13-minute 5K. Well, that didn't happen. Got pretty far with it, and and it just went from one thing to, I still have that same athletic mindset, athletic body, and I have this energy to just go and do something with it. Like, all those years of training, all those years of running have made my body strong enough physically and mentally to be capable of actually building my own house, which is, the house I'm doing in New Mexico, to having the energy just to travel from different countries to buy and rent out another property and do all this work. It's just a huge, crazy learning experience. I never think I'd get this far. I've been working in finance for a couple of years now, ever since I returned to Japan, and now I have some money to do what I want with it, and settling down and having a family is just not one of those things right now. I'm 31 now, and that's just it. So I just got back to my house here in Yoshino-cho, Japan, and it's been like almost a year and a half. Left this jacket in here and it completely turned into mold. Holy cow. I obviously didn't pay my water bill or something, because I should have turned it off. Nope. I literally left everything here the way it was for almost 2 years, and it's amazing how just time takes its wow. Oh my goodness. I gotta go down and meet the real estate agent because I'm trying to rent this place out. It's so humid. And I came in through the back door because I couldn't figure out how my key works. Boy, let's see how the bathroom is. Looks alright. Where I left it. Oh, it's spider webs everywhere, man. Don't leave a house unattended for 2 years. Once I'm done with this, I'll be back. Once I'm done with Japan, I'll be here for a few more weeks. be back in New Mexico, and then back into the desert, man. Just going from desert to woods. It's like this feeling. It's like, once you're in the desert for too long, you kind of miss the woods, and then once you're in the woods too long, you kind of miss the desert. But like just sitting here, it's just quiet. There's nothing here. I'm the loudest thing here vlogging. My goal in the next couple of years is really just to be fully self-sufficient when I'm not working for a company anymore. I just 2020 I learned all these different skills. Like once I kind of left running, my skills were, okay, I'm going to learn stock market. I'm going to focus on that. I mean, I really started that in 2018. I was like, all right, I'm going to start that. I put more effort into learning how sound recording works and film works, artsy stuff like that. And then learning how, real estate, learning about investing, just learning how I could wing the system, just live off of my investments. Once I do that, I'm just going to just sit right here and do nothing. And this is my home office setup. My trade station, Thinkorswim. And this is what you do. Because that's what it's about. If I had $80 million, $100 million, I'd sit here and do nothing. I'd live off my $400 or $500 a month, just food, not buying anything expensive, not living anywhere expensive. I rent the hotel for $15 a night here. Cheapest thing. It's pretty cheap living in Japan. I'm gonna live in my house in the middle of the desert. Cheap. My property tax is $100 a year, and that's just how you do it. That's what life is. It's not complex. You think it's complex. You think you wake up in the morning, you're ready to go to your work, and you just don't like it, and you can't figure out why, and you're just stuck. It's not that complex. It's pretty chill sometimes. I feel like what I'm doing is maybe pretty complex, going from different countries, running business, doing my own business. It looks complex, but now I'm sitting here right in the woods. It's not that hard. It's not that complex. It's just you think it is. You think some things are too challenging in life, and you give up. You don't go for it. You don't go for gold. I learned by being an athlete for the past 10, 15 years, or where the point of life, 2010 to 2020, where I was seriously into it. After going through that crap, going through that shit every day, waking up and realizing, man, I gotta do that shit again. I gotta run 20 miles again. I gotta get on the track and do 6 by mile in under 4:40 again. And it's not that complex. Because once you do it every day, it doesn't seem that complex. It doesn't seem that hard. It gets easy. You break it down one day at a time. With the one thing in life. Here's a little advice for everyone out there. Do one thing every day. Like keep a streak going. Like I did my running streak until it ended after 12 years because I ended up in the hospital with appendicitis over a year ago. But I ran a mile every day. Why? Because all I knew how to get somewhere in life was just do one thing a day, and that was run 1 mile. Now it's I do one thing every day. I practice Japanese every day. One sentence every day. Just writing it down. I write it down every day. So that's my one a day thing, And once you're good at doing one thing a day, maybe you do 2 things a day. You do 3 things a day. I don't think there is one day that goes by where I'm not studying Japanese or I'm not studying the stock market because that's the business I am right now, or I'm not reading up on something that's going to better my life in the future. Because, I go back 5, 8, 10 years ago. It's like I thought I knew everything, and I realize now I didn't know shit. Because I know so much more, and knowing more just makes me more relaxed because I organize the complexity of things and I brought it down to a different level and I worked at it one thing, one day at a time. And it became easy. Next time you wake up, when you go into your work, or you go into your job, and you say, I can't do this, it's too much. Well, you got to break down, okay, what part is giving you the problem? What is that one thing that you can work at to make it a little bit better, to improve on what I'm saying? And you realize that just whatever you're doing is not that hard. Because honestly, the past 10 years of my life, being a professional athlete was hard. Nothing could put that away, man. It was hard. Now I went on to something else, and now everything is easy. You put yourself through the ringer so long, and you could just, once you could finally stop doing that to your body, everything becomes easier and simple. Less complex, simple. I never thought I'd get this far in life, so it's just like, I was so poor when I grew up. I couldn't afford to buy a new pair of running shoes. I had freaking duct tape on my shoes all the time. It was such a nostalgic moment. I say to myself, I'd probably do it again. I'd probably wear these shoes that I'm wearing right now and put duct tape on them because sometimes I want to feel what it was like to be a kid. The way life is moving on, sometimes I do get upset because I don't have my childhood anymore. My friends in college, I think about that moment that I was, my second year of college, with my good friend Rob, and we're out screwing around. And just like those days are coming, those days are like over. I still have my friends, but the memories are just far away now. I think I come here to sit by myself, whether it is in the woods or in the desert, just to think to myself, if I could just had one moment back, going back 10 years ago, that moment I graduated college, or that my last year in college, if I could just have one day just to feel that experience again, it would be great. But you can't go back. You could only move forward. And whatever strength you built in the past, you use that to your advantage in the future. It's like, it's life. And I know the older you get, the more you're going to miss the past, but the past is the past. And you always think about it. Now I understand, like my grandfather was like 85. Every day he wakes up, all my life everybody is gone. And everyone is gone. But we're just passing by. That's life. You you don't make your life what you want it to be right now, you don't try, and then you'll never get there. You know, just like every morning, if it means quitting your goddamn job to do something else or finding a way, you work towards that. Because, everyone has their plan in life. I know I had mine. Still have mine. Sometimes that plan changes. Plan A to plan B. I guess plan A was trying to go for the Olympics. Plan B was doing what I'm doing now because plan A just wasn't really working out. I broke my foot. I couldn't heal. It was cartilage in my front foot, my right foot. Well, instead of getting all depressed about it, I decided to work on other things that I like, which is what I'm doing right now. And a big part of that is traveling. And I always have my music and my paintings and my weird talents, any quirky talent you can do that doesn't involve physical activity, physical stress, painting, drawing, artwork, that's what keeps your mind going, keeps you sharp. But I'm going to end this right here. When life is tough, make it tougher. Run harder. You just gotta outdo everyone else, and then nothing is too hard for you. You make anything that's hard and complex simple. One day at a time. So everyone out there, just if you haven't done this already, find some skill you could work on and work on it, for a couple minutes each day, one day at a time, and just keep that streak going until you become a pro at it. And hopefully that skill that you're learning just makes your life more easy, more simple, less complex. This is El Coyote Loco. It's been a few years since I made a vlog, but I felt like today was the day to do it. I would say never stop running if you're still doing that. I still run pretty much every day, but don't compete anymore. But I guess I'm moving over to the quote of just always inspiring. So I'll just say the whole thing. Never stop running, never stop doing what you want to do, what you need to do in life, and always inspiring the little guy to do something with his life. El Coyote Loco, Japan 2024. Peace out. Good morning. Holy cow. Oh my god, did you see that? Say this every day. stumbled upon some artifacts from prehistoric times, or ancient human times. We call it prehistoric, but what is this? Looks like a well was here. It's so weird. Look at this. There's like a house or something here, or a small shed, but like it's been abandoned for like 50 years. Just imagine what was here. Amazing. Look at that. Wow.